At this point, Avocet is outside and ready to sand. We'll give her a good sanding, get her smooth, get the edges trimmed down so that everything matches, mates one board to the next. Then we'll put on a layer of fiberglass. Let's go. At this point, the hull is sanded smooth, and we are preparing to put on the first layer of fiberglass. We'll start with the transom, work our way forward, get our initial layer on, let it dry, and then we'll move on to the next layer. We are waiting for the hull, the fiberglass in the hull to cure. We're going to build some spars, a mast, and a gunter. It'll be a sliding gunter rig, at least. We'll try that one out. We got some nice cedar, but one of the pieces had a knot in it. I sliced out the knot, and I'm going to scarf the two pieces together. Can you see down here?
Yes.
So I cut this at an angle, and then I'm going to plane them smooth together, and then we can glue those, and they will become one without the knot. And that'll make a nice strong joint. At this point, we will set the pulleys into the mast for the halyards. And we have two pulleys. Each pulley will define the height of the sail, depending on whether we want a full sail or whether we want to reef, which would be a shorter sail, smaller sail area in higher winds. So Gary is going to be cutting a slot into what will be the mast and cutting a slot halfway through on either side so that we can then insert the pulley into the mast with a pin, and it will be concealed within the mast. The halyard will ride up along the outside, down the other side for each of the pulleys, depending on whether we have a full sail or a reefed smaller sail for storm conditions. So let's watch this, and we'll put it in time-lapse mode, and you can see how this goes.
Okay. 2 notches. 2 happy little pulleys. The next step in an operation such as this is to glue these all together. You'll notice that there's a bit of a curve, that the 2 pieces don't lie together. So when we clamp them together, so one side is trying to bend to the right, the other side is trying to bend to the left. Clamp them together, that'll balance the forces and should come out very close to straight.
We flip the boat right side up so that now we can take the frame out and work with the boat on the interior without the frame hindering us. We're at that point, at that stage in the building. So let's go ahead. We've got everything unscrewed. We're going to pull the frame out, and that's it. The boat's free, and we can work on it independently. So here we have our mast and spar, and both of them right now are glued up, but they're square. So we're going to try to round them a little bit more by adding some edging, make an octagon out of them. From there we can smooth them further. So first we'll use the table saw, cut the corners, add a few sides, round it a little bit, and we should have a more aesthetic looking mast and spar.
So this will be one of 3 spars, and was square, and now it's octagonal, and then we'll plane this down till it's round. We have here our 2 parts of the mast and the gunter. They're a little bit too long because we want them to fit inside the boat, so I'm going to cut it off here and there, and then we're going to, using a plane, turn an octagon into a circle.
And we're done. We have the mast and the spar completed and approximating a cylindrical shape, and we're ready to move on to the next phase.
We have this nice cedar spar, 2 of them. But cedar is not known as a strong wood. It's very lightweight. So what we'd like to do is wrap it in fiberglass in a big, long helical. Now, if only we could build some sort of rudimentary lathe.
I know! You construct a weapon. Look around you. Can you form some sort of rudimentary lathe?
Look around you. Perhaps you can build some rudimentary lathe. And here we have a lathe. A rudimentary one. It's a good use for a bicycle hub.